Welcome back to another episode. In the last episode, we talked about this machine here, the HTC OG 800. A very, very impressive machine for its time. But what came next? The next generation of concrete grinding in Australia was, remember, this was the 90s. So it wasn't like we could just jump on the internet and order the next new thing. We actually had to create something different. Based on the research that we gained and the knowledge that we gained from using this machine, we needed to design the next. If you've been listening to the TechTalk podcasts, you know what happens next. But anyhow, here we go. Now, if you've been around the traps for a long time, you'd be saying, that's not what was next, but it's pretty darn close. Forgive me for not being able to track down an original King Concepts machine, but this is about as close as we get. Everything down here is the Generation 1, and this is Generation 1 kind of 2.0, the different chassis. But have a look at the picture, that's the original. This is the next iteration of the same machine. So, roll on King Concepts. What's the big deal? Visually, what can we see is the main difference? Well, it looks like King Concepts machine has been on a pack of steroids. It's got an extra motor, bit of extra weight, new color scheme. But what's the real difference between these machines? Well, the big difference between the HTC 800 and the 820 is that this is 20 millimeters wider and the two motors. That two motor technology was very first seen on a King Concept machine. That allows us to drive the planetary independently of the main disc motor. Remember on the old HTC, we've got the elastic band around the top, or shall we call it the secondary belt, which holds those discs in place and controls the turning of the planetary. We took it one step further and put an active planetary system in the King Concepts machine. It's got an extra set of switches on there to control that secondary motor, and an additional computer had to be incorporated into this box as well. So it's got a bit more brains, it's a bit heavier, it's a bit more costly, but what does it put down? Let's go have a look.
So exactly what can a King Concepts ProGrind 820 put down?
We're about to find out. Now,
You know how this test runs.
we're going to whack a set of golden slippers under here, and we're going to put the machine on the ground. We're going to run it for 15 minutes and see how much dust it can generate in that time. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this one can do. So that's 2 grinder shakedowns done. Thanks, Brandon, for your help.
No worries.
So this one here, that's the OG HTC 800, mid-90s, 280 kilogram machine with 7.5 kilowatts of raw power put down to the ground.
Ooh.
And versus the King Concepts 820 dual drive with 11.5 kilowatts plus another little baby kilowatt motor on the back of it. That's the difference that we're seeing between horsepower additional weight, and same direction rotation when we choose to on the planetary to the discs. So there's a big difference between the two, and that's only around about 6 years of evolution in this grinding evolution series. So I'm really looking forward to what comes up next, Brando.
It's going to be exciting, Joshy. They're going to have to stay tuned in to find out.
Yeah, but do you reckon we're going to see anywhere near the differences in advancement? I mean, we've gone here from 23.5 kilograms thereabouts to 15 minutes, same piece of concrete, same set of tools for each grinder, and we've got 35 kilograms thereabouts, which is about, I don't know, if I wanted to know what the difference was, I'd probably ask, say, a retired PE teacher for the answer. And I've got one here right now.
Here's one we prepared earlier. It's about 47% difference, or increase, we should say.
That's a big number. So I'm interested to see, excited to see, if the next 6 years of evolution in concrete grinding delivers on the same. Maybe it delivers more.
Tune in to find out, guys.